Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you? Nice to see you guys. I hope you guys can hear me well. I hope so. Okay, okay. Thank you. What's up, South Africa? I appreciate, my man. I appreciate you always there for us. Thank you so much. You're there, always there. Thank you. Well, let me start by saying this. Thank you very much, everybody, because yesterday we broke our record on a YouTube channel. Okay? It was amazing. It was great. And I just can't express enough gratitude. We had over 1,200 views on a YouTube channel. And for that, I was like, wow. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate. We have a lot to talk about today, okay? I'm just waiting a little bit so we can see maybe a little bit more of people out there. But let me tell you something. We have a lot to talk about, but I can't, let me start this conversation without saying that I'm very, very grateful for all the support we have on a YouTube channel, TikTok. To be honest, I don't have that much support on a Instagram like live presentation. I have a lot of videos there. People watch my videos too, but nothing compares to what's going on YouTube channel. Yesterday was we had a peak of participation of 50 plus people on our conversation. That was amazing, man. And like I said, over 1,200 people kind of tune in on our live presentation yesterday. I'm very grateful. All right, guys. Since you guys are there, if you want, if you don't, please thumbs up if you want, if you can. All right. Ashman, hello, man. I appreciate. Okay. Look, guys, I have a very, very important things to share with you guys. Okay, today, and let me see if I can do that. Well, let me talk about the immigration situation on the United States. I guess a lot of people wants to know what's up, what's going on, why people. My name, you can Ibrahim Shah. You can call me Carlos. All right, just call me Carlos. I appreciate. Thank you. Okay, thank you, everybody. So let me tell you, hey India, hello from India. I appreciate Rahu. Thank you. I appreciate. Look, this week I saw on the news that about only on this video, okay, on 88 Brazilian people was deported from United States, and they land on Manaus, Brazil, and there was a little incident there because they handcuffed those guys here and took all the way to Brazil, and they have to exchange airplanes there. And for whatever reason, this is in Brazilian soil now, right? So they kept those guys handcuffed. Of course, the Brazilian government didn't like it and demanded the release of them immediately and took over their operation there and said, no, 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 that's enough, right? So, but what I'm trying to say is this: for those who appreciate Trump and Trump's presidency, I'll tell you this: that this week only, this administration deployed a 1,500 troops to the border of United States and Mexico, just to kind of make sure that there will be no more crossing illegally to the United States. Not only legally, according to the administration, they're going to put on hold if not all the asylum petition, but most of. So yeah, so for those who came to United States thinking that thing is going to be great, maybe for most or a lot of them it's not going to be that great. Okay, sorry for letting you guys know, but that's the situation. This is a very anti-immigration or immigrants administration. When I say anti-immigration immigrants, I'm talking about mostly illegally, and most from South and Latin America and Africa and some other those countries that I don't think Trump is that very happy with them. So we are going to see a lot of this very sad, uncomfortable, and weird situation when it comes to immigrant in the United States. Okay, well, I'm sorry, my man. Let me tell you something. A guy just asked me to be speak slowly because he wants to learn English. Let me tell you something. I'm going to share with you a secret, okay? I pretend that I speak English, and I pretend that I speak Spanish, and I believe that I speak Portuguese. So sorry, my man. I'll do my best. I promise you. Okay. Okay. My name is. You can call me Carlos. All right. I appreciate. So, Boo Puffy, okay, thank you for. Well, I want to talk about issues. I'm not really English teacher, so my apologies. So, yes, folks, for the next 4 years, if you want to know, I don't think it's going to be good for immigrants in this country. And if you are in a irregular situation or illegal situation in the United States, it's going to be very bumpy and tough right ahead of you. And all the immigrants is going to face some sort of, you know, scrutiny because of their faces or their appearance. I expect that a lot of these people, even being legal on this country, will probably face some sort of, you know, uncomfortable situations, if you know what I'm saying, with certain government entities. Okay. Thank you. We want to learn American English. Okay, good. What are you talking about, sir? Well, I was talking about immigrants in the United States and those who are undocumented, no papers, no legal status in the United States. Looks like they're going to face a very bumpy ride on the next 4 years. That's what I was talking about. Hello, hello. Thank you for calling me uncle. I appreciate. Okay, thank you. Let me do something about it. Uh-huh. I appreciate. Thank you. Uh-huh. Okay. So yes, so it's gonna be very, very uncomfortable moments for immigrants in this country. Now, for those who voted for Trump, even overseas who likes Trump, if you intend to come to the United States, guess what? It's not going to be a good moment for you guys. Although, speaking of, if you guys want to know more about, immigration, about visas, immigration visas, like working visas, professional visas, all kind of visas. This company does not deal with a tourist visa, but I do provide personal assistance for those who wants to come to United States for any reason, legal reason, of course. Yeah, that's what I normally do here. If you want to learn more, you can contact me on the Instagram page, Carlos Todd 63. All right. You want to learn about providing assistance, legal, professional assistance, so there will be a charge for. And about visas, we can talk about that on the Instagram page. Also, reminding you guys that I am also on a TikTok, Carlos Todd 56, Carlos Todd 56 on TikTok, and Instagram page, Carlos Todd 63. All right. If you have any question and comment, hey, thank you, Kalujamar, for subscribing my channel, man. I appreciate. Okay, thanks. So if you have any question, let me know. Well, I don't know what you're talking about, Tomato. Sorry about that. Uh, by the way, we have a cloudy day in Los Angeles County, California. Southern California is all cloudy, some rain in some part of the California. So, in case you want to know, today is Sunday. I know for some people, like in India and other countries, other continent, it's already Monday. But we are here on Sunday, 12:12 p.m. California Pacific time. All right, folks? Thanks for participating. Hey, tomato. All right, thank you, man. I appreciate. Okay, thanks for subscribe. Look, if you have Instagram, go ahead and subscribe there because I normally use Instagram for communicating more with more proximity. If you know what I'm saying, I can give, for instance, for some of potential clients, I give 1 hour consultation evaluation on an Instagram page in case you want to know. But if you don't, this has nothing to do with that. I do this because I want to. My intention, if you ask, when I do this presentation on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, my intention is just inform you guys about the United States of America, some of our culture, our understand the laws, some stuff that I know. I've been here for over 30 years. No, I live here in California, I lived in Florida, and I lived in Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada. So, but I pretty much traveled throughout most of the United States, 40 plus states of the United States. So I can probably answer most of your questions and address most of your concerns if you have any. Okay. So for those who are supporting the Trump presidency, even overseas, I know there is a lot of people out there who likes Donald J. Trump and Elon Musk and all those guys. I would say he is at the full power, and I mean it because he got Congress, which is the House Representative, the Senate, and the presidency, of course, and not forgetting to mention the Supreme Court. So he got everything on his side to accomplish whatever he promised, and he's already doing a lot. Not that I like, but the honest truth is he's doing everything that he said he was going to do. A lot of executive orders. So if you guys is expect him to be what he said he was going to be, you got it. You got it. But now, if you are planning to come to United States now in his presidency, you better watch out. It's not going to be that easy. Okay? That's my opinion. All right. The White Lion Rocks. Okay. All right. Alpha Alien. Can Indian students still get visa for studies? Thank you for your question. I believe so. I believe so. Yes. I believe that it's not going to be as easy as it used to be on a previous administration, but I think so. Matter of fact, Alpha Alien, okay, let me tell you something. Elon Musk, which is kind of part of the government now, and Vivek, these two guys is gonna pretty much be on a supervision of all the agencies, the government agencies of this current government, the Trump administration, right? So they are in favor of the B visa, the EB1 visa or E1B visa, whatever you call. He likes the professional visas. So I believe that those kind of visa is going to be in a very good path. I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but that's his opinion. So be ready, okay? I live in South Korea. Do you know what about my country? Well, I don't know much about South Korea. I know it's a big ally of United States. That I know. I know that you guys are facing some political crisis right now with the president there. They impeached the president, so I know that is you're going in a very bumpy situation. If you know what I'm saying, that's what I know. And correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, I apologize if I'm wrong, but that's what I'm following in the news. Uh, Want to talk about South Korea? Oh, if you want to say something, you're more than welcome. All right, your country. Hey, by the way, my personal opinion, I kind of like South Korea, and my vision was that one day, perhaps there will be no more South and North Korea. There will be one Korea. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's how I would like to see in the future. I know it's kind of hard, but nothing is impossible. Am I right? Uh, Well, sorry, Abi Benny, I don't speak your language, but you're welcome. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks about South Korea. Again, I have a good feelings about South Korea. I don't think I'm wrong. I'm kind of good in feelings. You know. You speak so well. I subscribe. Thank you, Alpha Alien. I appreciate. I appreciate. I don't think that I speak that well. Like I said, again, I just pretend that I'm speaking English and I pretend that I speak Spanish and I speak Portuguese. It's only over 30 years in the United States. But I believe that I have a little bit of knowledge of everything. And that's what I'm doing here now. I'm sharing with you guys, okay? Thanks. Well, I'm assuming you guys are hearing me well, correct? I hope so. I have two microphones to make sure. So, yes, I have so many other. Yes, so like I said, the United States deployed 1,500 troops to the border of Mexico and the United States, and it is expected to have another probably 5,000 by the next few months. So it's going to be very militarized zone or border, if you know what I'm saying. It's going to be a very uncomfortable moment in United States history, but I don't expect anything less than this for the next 4 years. It's going to be bumpy ride for many immigrants in the United States of America. Well, we don't know officially how many illegal or undocumented immigrants we have in the United States. Some estimate that is about 10 to 12 million illegal or undocumented immigrants in the United States. That include but not limited to people that comes to United States and overstay on their visas. They come on a tourist visa and decide to stay and work and do some other stuff. Some other that comes through the border, which I'm assuming those people who are crossing the border with Mexico and United States, I think those numbers gonna go be reduced very, very significantly because of the enforcement. They are building a wall between Mexico and United States. Yeah, it's a huge fence, kind of a metal wall. Can't describe it for you guys, but it's gonna be very, very difficult. I'm not saying impossible, because impossible is a word that doesn't exist. It was created by us. But yes, it's gonna be bumpy. It's gonna be complicated. So some of these people that came, it's gonna be hard for them to cross for the next few years. And the other people that needs to be concerned right now, folks, is people that comes under the asylum petition. I'm assuming, again, I'm assuming that those kind of visa is going to be very, very hard to get it because not a lot of people. The government is not in favor or supporting this kind of visa. Unfortunately, this government, this administration, the Trump administration, don't like much asylum visas. Professional visas, let's see. Okay, we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but you know. Hey, Ivan, long time no see you, Ivan. Bem-vindo, Ivan. Muito obrigado por participar. Ivan, eu estou falando mais sobre questões de imigração, questões do vistos, questões de deportação. Se você quiser saber alguma coisa, você pode perguntar, ok? So, welcome. Yes, folks, the number of deportation is going to increase very, very, very much. That's what was promised by the Trump administration, and I think he's following through. He's following through his promise. So that's what it is right now. This is not a best moment for immigrants in the United States of America. Now the question is, some people wants to know who are supporting this kind of idea. And that's the part that bothers me a lot. The most people that are supporting this Trump agenda are evangelicals. If it wasn't for the evangelical, I don't think Trump would be elected president of the United States. That's the truth. All right. And what kind of confuses me a lot on this is that a lot of these evangelicals are immigrants. And that part I don't understand. How can you support a president that it is so anti-immigrants, especially those who are come from those poor countries or Latin America, Hispanic, Latino countries, and Africa? That part I don't understand on the evangelical side. It's kind of sad, but anyway. But this immigration agenda that we have right now, it's not new. We have to be honest on this one, right? That really kind of not start, but got a very high level was on a Bush era when George W. Bush was president of the United States. Remember when the September 11 happened? The immigrant community was terrorized by the then Bush administration. It was horrible. I can tell you, I was there. I remember, and it was like very, very sad moment in American history. We are now facing the same thing, even worse again. Boa tarde. Hello, I'm assuming you're from Akko. You're probably from Russia or some country around there, right? Welcome anyway. Free fire. Thank you. I appreciate your participation. Wiz Khalif mother name is okay. Okay, all right. Thank you. India, thank you. Free fire. Appreciate. I appreciate. So anyway, if you have any question about this topic, just let me know. All right. Now, another thing that Trump decided to do. Remember the January 6th situation? On a Capitol here in the United States, a lot of people did those things, invade the Capitol, and the whole thing. So over 1,500 people. I don't have the exact numbers here. Went to to the judicial system, and well, they were like in prison. So Trump came first. One of the first things that he did by executive order, he pardoned over 1,500 of those guys. So whoever was in prison, they're free now. As you probably know, the President of the United States have the power to pardon anybody. It doesn't matter the sentence. He can pardon anybody. As a matter of fact, on a government level and state level, any governor can pardon too certain, people if it is on a state level. So pardon is one of the power that presidents and governors in the United States of America have, and this is really something. So, but being fair about this pardon situation, the previous administration, Biden administration, the President Joe Biden, he also pardoned, not only he pardoned his son, but he pardoned about the same number, 1,500 plus people. And not only that, he did something kind of weird. You want to hear this? Joe Biden, he he pre-pardoned some guys. What that means, Carlos? Well, let me tell you. Some of the folks that wasn't, in prison or at all, whatever, he said, well, in case this guy one day is condemned to go to prison, whatever, I'm going to pardon him in case that happened. Wow, that was really something, really, huh? Okay, Vijay Kumar, the first place in, well, okay, Alpha Alien. My question, read it above. Okay, what is it, your question? Let me see, Alpha. Okay, thank you, Alpha Alien. All right, sorry about that. The only two gender, huh? You know about that, huh? Well, this is like, look, guys. Let me tell you something. Let's make this very clear, okay? All this thing that's going on was done by this executive order. So a lot of this signing, executive order, they did not go through Congress yet. So some he got the power to do it in a temporary way, and some will have to go through Congress for laws. You know what I mean? But speaking of the two, what is a two-gender law, executive order, well, it's gonna be wow. Wow, let me see if I can do this conversation now. It's kind of tricky, isn't it? Well, according to this new executive order, there will be no other gender, transgender situation, lawfully speaking. Okay? There will be only male or female by their gender of origin. I mean, in other words, if you're born male, if you now you're transgender, according to the executive order, you're still gonna be male, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? If you're a female, you decide to be male, according to the executive order, you're gonna be female. So that situation, and not only it's gonna be complicated because we have the first Congress transgender woman. Yes, a Congress transgender woman. We have the first one already in Congress. So what was going on is this. Let me give an example, okay, Alpha. Let me give an example. In the United States, I don't know if you guys are in the United States or not, but let me tell you this. You go to a restaurant, right? Right now, let's say I'm in California. This is a very democratic state. You go to a restaurant, you have to have a restroom. What they did is they unified the restroom. It's for both male or female, so they solved the problem this way. What some government figure wants, some political figure wants is this: we have to have a restroom for transgender. And a lot of those transgender don't want that. Well, now I am female, for example. I'm not. Okay. Now, if I am a female now, although I was a male before, right? I want to go to the female restroom. I'm sorry. If I want to use the restroom, I want to go to the female restroom. So a lot of female don't want to do that. Oh no, wait a minute. I know you're a female now, but you have a penis before. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very complicated issue. I don't give a shrink about that. I know it's a complicated one. But according to Trump and his executive order, remember, it's not a law by Congress yet. It's saying, no, negative. You are female. You were female before. I don't care if you call yourself a male today. According to the law, you're still a male or female before. You know what I mean? It's complicated, isn't it? Hey, what's up, young man? The smoker boy, call me a older man. Thank you. Don't you have granddad? Thank you, Apple Tree. I appreciate. Yes, like this old man. So, yes, I don't know if I answered this question. Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate this transgender situation. It's complicated, man. It's a very complicated. And if you ask me, do I have an opinion about this? I'm not sure if I have one. I think, people needs to do what they want to do. And the challenge is when I'm going to do something that I want to do without offending someone morally speaking, right? And I don't know how to do that, to be honest. I don't know. I think that this idea of multi-sex bathroom or restroom, I think may not be a bad idea because at least both can go to the same room. And in the old days, we didn't have that. The female bathroom, the male bathroom, I kind of like it. But back in the days, we didn't have that. We have one bathroom, and if you want to pee, if you're a man, you go there and pee. If you're female, you do the same. But now, now we have the female, then the male. But now the government, because of this transgender situation, the government wants some. Let me make myself clear. Some of the people in government wants no. They're supposed to have a transgender restroom, but the problem is, I know people kind of discriminate them, right? You see a person going to the transgender restroom. Hey, there we go. There, that guy, that person is a transgender. You know what I'm saying? It's complicated on the human point of view, non-discrimination point of view. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. So I don't know what's going to happen on that issue. I don't really know, but I hope for the best. But one thing is for sure. That's why sometimes I bring religion, because I can guarantee you, when it comes to bringing solutions, when religion comes to the conversation, makes the bad situation worse. Because now they want to bring their God, their teachings to the conversation that is a social conversation. You know what I'm saying? It's not a religious, but for many, oh yeah, this is a religious. This is a God's stuff. Well, maybe, but if you one of these days I decide to talk about religion, I'm gonna drive you guys crazy. Well, yeah, I used to be a religious guy, but I came to the conclusion there was a huge mistake, But I do respect every single person. I try hard because some is really hard to get my respect, but I try my best. All right, Alpha Alien, Apple 3, unisex bathroom is just sick. I don't know why, is it? I don't know how your granddaddy or grandmother, great grandfather, I don't know if they used to have two bathroom differently. Well, on a female point of view, it's kind of complicated too. You know why? Because most of the men, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know all the cultures, I don't know all the countries, right? But I'm assuming that female, when they're gonna use the bathroom to pee, they're gonna sit on a toilet bowl, right? And men normally like to pee when it's standing pee, right? So we're just exploring this conversation a little bit. So I know that the woman, it's not good for the woman because when you pee standing, you're gonna dirt all the, spill urine all over the tub, you know what I mean? The toilet bowl. And that becomes very, you know, uncleaning, dirty situation, right? So that's part of the problem too. I understand. So when they create the men's room and the female, the woman's room, restroom, I'm sorry, it kind of helped the woman on this situation because they don't have to sit on a place that the men just pee there. You know what I mean? So it's kind of complicated, you know. But when it comes to transgender, remember, uh, Alpha Alien, for instance, no, I'm not gonna do that. Alpha Alien, don't worry about it. Okay, Mr. John Doe, he used to be a man, but he decided to become a female. Now he's gonna sit to pee, right? Should we continue this kind of crazy conversation? But I'm just telling you, this is a genitalia conversation, right? I don't know if it's a moral conversation. You know what I'm saying? To me personally, to me as a person, why am gonna be bothered if John Doe decide to be Mary Doe? You know, I don't understand. That's the truth. But do I have to go against everything that I do not understand? I don't think so. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you're a man and decide to be a female or vice versa, and speaking of that, I don't know if you guys, speaking of African American United States, I don't know if you guys know that the biggest rejection on homosexuality, and all this conversation that we're having right now is on the African American community, Black community. They don't take homosexuality very well. I don't know if you guys know that. White folks understands better this situation, homosexuality situation, than black folks, than African Americans. And folks, let me tell you something, because I think there is a confusion on this one. Okay, try to understand each other doesn't mean acceptance. It doesn't mean agreement. It doesn't mean that I agree or disagree. Try to understand It's about socializing. Okay. And let me tell you something. This homosexuality situation, it's older than humanity. Did I went that far? So you understand. The difference today is that we are seeing more openness about it. We're more freely speaking about it. That's all. But homosexuals, it is old. And let me tell you something. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna ask for excuse for the religious people, but I wanna remind you, religious people, that the story about Adam and Eve. Remember, the woman was taken out of the man. According to the Bible, they took a rib. Some say there was a rib, who knows, from the man. The man was himself. And then God said, well, I don't think it's a good idea for the man to be by himself. Let me take something here and create the woman. And no, I don't think that I'm homosexual. I have 3 kids and 7 grandkids. But I don't mind if you have a homosexual out there. I don't mind, folks. I don't. I think there is bigger problems out there: poverty, unjust wars, Palestinian situation. What do you think? Homeless people, no health system, no good health system, no education, no housing, no fair and honest treatment to humanity. Should I continue to the list? I don't want any strange man sharing bathroom with me. I don't care. Okay, Apple Tree. Love from Oman. Okay, man. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Alpha Alien. I appreciate Apple Tree. It is not complicated at all. I don't want to have man in a public bathroom with me. Oh, okay. You were a woman? Okay. All right, Alpha 3. There is a solution to this problem. If you must have 4 restrooms, one for male, one for female, one for male transgender, and one for female transgender. I kind of understand that idea, MS. I kind of understand. It's not a horrible idea. But my problem is, do you think if we do that, when somebody goes to the transgender male bathroom, someone is watching and you're gonna say, there goes, you know what I mean? Or the female one, right? Oh, there we go. So, it's kind of interesting, but, I don't know, man. I still don't have the answer for that, but I appreciate your opinion. I really did. Greetings from Russia. Mothers, I like your patriotism, that the flag of your country hang in a very house. Well, let me tell you something. I don't know if you noticed, right there is a Brazilian flag too, the little one up there. That's where I came from. The only reason I have that flag is not for patriotism, it's just to represent where I'm calling you from. That's all. To me, we should have one patriot, Earth, planet, patriotism. This is just to indicate, in case you want to know where I'm calling you from. That's all. Hi. Thank you, Apple Tree. They should have trans bathrooms. It's not complicated at all. All right, I appreciate, man. I appreciate. It's staying off the grid. Look at the gay man. Okay. I'm from Russia. I'm just horrified at how you live in a society where everyone can say that they are an iron, a cat, a table, or another orientation. There, they, there is only a man and a woman. Okay, all right. And the animal kingdom is kind of interesting because I don't know if you know, like the worms, some of them they do sex to themselves, right? Hermaphrodite. That's what they say. But I understand. I took your point and I appreciate. Okay, I appreciate your participation. G was D. Thank you. Yeah. So how we can share a same place with strange man? It is sick. I don't know, man. I I understand what you're saying. I don't want to have an strange man sharing public bathroom with me. I don't care if have right too. Okay. Good luck with that, my man. Anyone has right to do what they liked with their life, but no one has right to tell me to share bathroom with a strange man. Okay? That's Apple Tree opinion, not mine. Why you don't call yourself European Americans? That's a very interesting question. You know what? Now we agree on something, right? Speaking of this American, not American, Brazilian, not a Brazilian. Let me tell you something. Let's start with the Brazilian people. Brazil was colonized by the Portuguese, right? So we are the largest, Brazil is the largest country that speaks Portuguese, even larger than Portugal, if you guys don't know. And let me tell you something. The closest to native Americans, North America, Central America, and South America, for instance, okay, are the Native Americans. If you want to talk about the real Americans, they are the only real ones, although they probably came from somewhere too. But we're talking time here. 1498, or I'm sorry, 1492 was when they supposedly discovered the North American continent. 1500 was when they discovered Brazil. Discover, if you know what I'm saying. So all these places, they already had the native over there, and not mention there was a huge genocide against them. If you want to bring immigration to this conversation, patriotism and nationalism, that's what I'm doing right now. So we don't know the exact numbers. It's between 40 plus million indigenous people was killed by the European colonizers from here, North America to South America. And now they're sitting here and say, this is mine. We are the first ones. We are the real Americans. Right? And the sad story about this nationalism here in America is this. United States was colony of England, of Great Britain, if you want to call, right? And this is the huge colony that decide to colonize. They want to treat themselves as the prime, the first. But remember, United States was colony. And then they got their independence from England, 1776, right? and they call themselves the prime and decide to colonize. There is a lot of colonies from United States and the Caribbean island, and that's what they're doing in some other countries. Sadly, so that's the truth. What kind of drive me crazy is how come a colony, a former colony, didn't learn the lesson as a colony, instead decide to be a colonizer too. I'll let you guys think about that. Older than humanity, yes. Innocent, hellos. What about you? I don't know. What about me? Apple 3. Thank you. Have you read about Shiva ideology? No, I don't remember. Maybe I did. I'm not sure. I read so many things in my life. I have no idea, folks. That's maybe why I'm kind of crazy. Hey, yes, I'm kind of crazy. Hindu Dharma, okay. MS, welcome. Alpha 3, I have no problem with LGBT. Look, I do have a problem with LGBT, Alpha 3. You know what is my problem is? It's the same problem with the black organization, white organizations, Asian organizations. That's the problem. Fundamentalism organizations. Everything that is related to genders and race is a problem. If you cannot understand that we're supposed to discuss and treat all those issues as a human, as a person, this is not going to go away. Every time you create an organization, you're discriminating yourself. Hey, but I am crazy. Okay? You don't have to follow through my conversation here. And I don't want to be leader. No, I just saying you what I'm thinking. The problem with organization, like religion, what religion did, they institutionalized the teachings of a good people, like Jesus. By the way, it's not his real name, okay? But I'm just calling Jesus so you know. Muhammad and other prophets, Buddha, etc. When it became a religion, you organize a group. Now we have a problem. That's my point. It brings more harm than solution than good. I only have 4 thumbs up. I don't think people like me today. Which administration is good, Trump or Joe Biden? Well, I have the answer for you. One was bad, the other one is horrible. Did I answer your question? And I'm not Democrat. And absolutely not Republican. Got it? We have a very bad political system. And we don't have a real, clean, sane, immaculate political system. We don't. That's the problem. And not mention, you guys, since you mentioned Biden or Joe or Trump, let me tell you something. Lobby in the United States, it's absolutely legal. Do I have to go any further? How can you like either or, and when you know that corporations, um, organizations like APAC, like billionaires, trillionaires are running the show, laboratory industry, pharmacy industry, banks, insurance companies, they run the show in the United States on both sides of the aisle. Do I need to say anything else about this? So no, I'm not pro-Democrat, Republican, none of them. But I can tell you this, Trump is worse. My opinion. Portugal is a small country. Yes, it is. But they are colonizers. Like Spain. Remember, Portugal, Spain, and England colonized most of the continent, North, South America, Central America, and Caribbean. Portugal, Spain, and France, England. These people lived sucking the blood of all those countries, today's countries. And they're still living out of all the wealthy stuff they took from these places. Not mention Africa. Folks, let me tell you something about colonies, okay? France, Portugal, Spain, England, they colonized most of the world, most of the planet they own. And to be honest and fair, unfortunately, most of us do not have our own identity. We want to think we do, but we don't. We don't have the guts to be different either. And that's education. What are you going to do about it? It's up to you, right? Well, thank you, Sunil Pardes. I don't even recognize the definition in the name. So, no, I'm not. I'm originally from Brazil. But I think if you examine my blood, probably I'm gonna have different races, ethnicities inside of me. But legally, I am from Brazil, living in the United States, now in California, but I've been here over 30 years. You talk too much just on your comment. Well, that's me. If you don't like it, know what to do. Taklu, from now. Okay. Hi, brother. Greetings. Thank you. From Poland. I appreciate Poland. I appreciate. Okay. Azan, thank you. I appreciate your participation. Apple Tree. Yes, I fully agree with you on that part. But by it would be impossible to explain the majority of people that putting themselves in a box is not ideal solution to acceptance. Yeah, there we go. Are you Indian descendant? No, I'm not. Resurgence. I'm not. Well, I don't think I am. This idea of identity is so crazy, isn't it? You know, and speaking of aliens, I was wondering what the aliens think about us when we talk about, oh, you're from India, oh, you're from whatever, oh, you know, from United States, from Portugal, whatever, right? I can imagine aliens saying, what these people are talking about. They are from one planet. But we're so small as a being, as creation. We're so small that we can't see and understand there is no such a thing as you know, different countries, and one day maybe we're gonna figure this out if we do not get destroyed or destroy ourselves before, which is possible. Is that right? I didn't know that. If you're talking about the president of the United States, I know she's European ascendant. Apple tree, Turkish. There we go. My respect for the people of Turkey, okay? There is no compulsion in religion, right? Well, I'm not pro-religion at all. So my apologies on that. I'm Turkish, buddy. All right, Mars, thank you. Luxembourg. Oh wow, we're getting good here. I appreciate. Mark, your country was colonized too. Yes. Look, the history, the history of all countries, one way or another, was colonized by someone. And I don't even understand that when you call colonizer, because humans supposed to have the right to move around on this planet. The only thing that I know for sure, we all was born in one planet. Well, I'll take that back. If you're alien, my apologies. Oh man. Is the Big Bang Theory real or fake in your opinion? Thank you for that question. Although I'm overtime now, I'm 1:02 p.m. in California. I do not understand the creation. I'm going to be honest. The Big Bang Theory, I don't buy it. You know, but the religious doctrines about it, I don't buy it either. So, short answer, I don't know. The possibility of some sort of a God, possibly. The possibility of man in the moon, not likely, not yet. And I'm talking a scientific point of view, so you know. Remember, I'm not a religious guy. But man in the moon, it didn't happen yet. I think it's gonna happen. But there is some technological situations and barrows, whatever you want to call, obstacles. So aliens, a possibility, a possibility. God, a possibility, but not as described by all the religions that we have right now. I don't know. I don't understand the goodness of God or badness of God. I don't understand genocide and other crimes. I don't understand wars being watched by the gods. I don't understand that. Why? Because on a theory, we are all God's creation. Allowing this kind of stupidity is too much for me. Don't worry about it, Mars Karata. Don't worry, man. I appreciate, okay? Karatas, don't worry about it. I appreciate your participation. You look Persian, buddy. Hey, thank you. My respect for the Persian people and all of those nations around. My deepest respect for them. I have a sincere respect for all humanity. I really do. Some do a lot of crappy things, right? But I believe that bad people are everywhere and good people too. Right? Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate. Folks, if you want to subscribe to this channel, I appreciate COTodd. Saturday and Sundays, I'm live. I'm thinking about implementing maybe a third day on a live presentation. I'm also on Instagram, Carlos Todd 63. If you have personal questions, professional questions, you can go to Instagram, Carlos Todd 63, Carlos Todd 63. I'll be answering any question, comment as soon as I can because I have a lot of people that connect me over there, okay? So if you don't see my answers, it's because I'm still working on it. Got it? I'm also on a TikTok, Carlos Todd 56. And speaking of TikTok, I didn't have the time to comment on the situation on TikTok this week. We're so, you know, uh, stuck on this conversation that I love it. I mean, I don't love it. I don't believe in love, but I like it very much. Johnny Sins. Okay, thank you. German I most forgot. Okay, thank you. I appreciate the Apple 3. Sunil, scientists believe that the universe came from a singularity, but if a universe came from a singularity, then where does the singularity came from? Look, Sunil, let me tell you something. Um, Scientist doesn't know much. What science does is raise questions for us to be answered. But I appreciate the way they do certain things. But religion work in unreasonable ways. Faith and believing. Faith and believing can block your intelligence sometimes. That's what I see. So I don't think science have the answer for everything. I think they have more questions than answers. But I don't think religion have the answer either. Not only that, when it comes to humanity problems, I believe religions are part of the problems, not the solution. And that I have my conviction on it. I said before over and over again, the biggest problems, the two biggest problems we have right now are politics and religion. That I have no doubt. Now, science is part of the solution, but yes, they do not have all the solutions, and they do not have all the answers. That is a fact too. But they work with more reasons than religions. You know what I'm saying? So what we have then? Well, we have our mind, our brain, our heart, our feelings, our intuitions. We have to practice honesty. We have to practice mercy, I'm sorry. We have to practice goodwill. And for that, you don't need religion for that. That's what I'm saying. Turkey was not colonizer. You know what, Mars, that is one thing that I forgot to mention. Most of the colonizers are from Europe. I think I said that. That's the truth. And I don't think the Africans colonized much. I don't think they did. Neil Armstrong moon landing, is it true or not? A short answer, MS? No, it was not. Neil Armstrong moon landing is true or not? It was not, in my personal opinion. My personal opinion, it was not true. Okay? That's very unfortunately and sad, but it wasn't true. How much headphone price? I don't know. I don't sell stuff. But I do help people investments in the United States and Brazil. Okay? Deep gaming. Apple 3. Mars, well, we can discuss why not. It was not the Turkey benefits to do it at the time. Well, maybe you may be right. I thought you were talking about Mars, the planet. Sorry, Apple 3. Got it. You colonized my country. There we go. Now we're fighting here. Oh, be careful. Hold down your guns and your sword. Okay, guys? Please. Well, Kamala or Trump? Neither or, Adriana. But if you ask me, maybe Kamala would be a little bit better. Just a little bit. Like I said, it was a bad against the worse. The difference between Democrats and the Republican, they have a more pro social political views. More pro poor than the Republican Party, in my point of view. But they are bad too. They are. Sorry, Adriana. My apologies. did not doing his this cause it collapse. He didn't do it because he didn't sue him. Okay, well, there we go. Let you guys talk about that. There we go, apple tree. Oh my goodness. Whereas science and the spirituality stars. Well, now we're talking about the spirituality. Sunil Pardesi, if I'm pronouncing your name correct. The spirituality has nothing to do with religion. Nothing at all. That's all I can tell you. Spirituality is a good thing. Never forget that. All right? Mars, do you know who was, whatever, I don't know. Suni, I think universe was always there with no beginning and end, infinite. What do you think, sir? You know, I do not understand time. Okay, Sunil Pardesi. I don't know if you guys know, but time itself was created by us here on Earth. So I do not believe in time itself. And when it comes to universe, they don't exist. That I know. What kind of confuse a lot of people is because of the idea of time. We're gonna cease to exist in a way when we die, right? But this idea of days, weeks, minutes, seconds, whatever we want to call years, it's just us here on this planet. It doesn't exist time. So if the universe was always there, probably, but I don't understand the word always either. Am I confusing you now? Sorry. In 1907, Neil Armstrong did the moon landing in the Apollo mission. Even at the time, there were no computers and technology. Now, you can have quantum computer. Why is American unable to do this again? Well, because the again word doesn't exist, IMS. The 1970 story, it didn't happen. That's my opinion. Remember, folks, it's my opinion. And I have this opinion by a lot of looking into history, reading and watching and hearing. It did not exist. That's my opinion. That's why the word that you use at the end of your dissertation, again, it doesn't apply. Got it? It didn't happen. And they are in this crazy situation. They don't know how to get out of it. To get out of it. You know what I mean? Hi. Man, I'm trying to say goodbye, but I just can't because I want to answer these people. What is your name? You can call me Carlos, Samir. Yeah, hi, hi, hi. No, we are not fighting. Okay, apple tree. Good to know that. I appreciate. Well, I don't even know what first means, apple tree. Thank you. We good, buddy. Thank you, Mars. I appreciate. Apple tree, Mars. You should visit his home, whatever. Well, guys, speaking of visiting, if you need my personal, private, professional assistant in the United States, you know where to find me. But that's what I do when I'm not doing this. Private, personal, professional assistance, advice, name it. You can talk to me. And when it comes to visas, you can talk to me too. You go to CarlosTodd63 on Instagram page, CarlosTodd63. And when it comes to visas, information, I'm the business developer representing them. Not officially, unofficially. Okay? So what does Grand Vizier have to do with his brother? Well, I don't know. I hope you die broke someday. But I hope come. Okay, Mars was in your army, whatever. Okay, you guys are talking to each other. I'll let you guys talk. Okay, you from? Well, I'm in California, in case you want to know. United States of America. Mars, Turkey, my head, child. Okay, so the time is just an illusion, like infinite past of universe. What's your opinion? Yes, I agree. Again, I'm gonna short on this one. Time does not exist, in my opinion. How to explain that, I don't know. But time was definition created on this planet by humans. It's the same thing when you ask about aliens. Well, speaking of aliens, somehow, some level, I believe we are all aliens somehow. Even if you believe in a God's theory, remember, according to the doctrines and religions, God is not from this planet. I end up my case right here. Apple tree, priest, it is autocorrect. Thank you, guys. Guys, I want to thank you so much. I appreciate everything. Guys, you can find my videos, my live presentations on YouTube, COTodd. On Instagram, you can find me there too. You're going to see some videos in Portuguese, by the way. So for that, if you don't speak Portuguese, my apologies. Okay, you're going to find me there. You're going to find me on Instagram, Carlos Todd 63 videos, profile, everything else. If you guys want to learn more about me, I'll be more than glad to answer. Okay, any question you have, I'll do my best to address your questions and concerns. COTodd YouTube channel and Carlos Todd 63 on Instagram. You see, I'm getting old, so I have to think about it. And on a TikTok, which I didn't have the time to talk about what happened to TikTok this week, right? Maybe next time. I'm going to do the best I can to perhaps bring another live during the week. How about that? You guys want to watch me maybe sometime this week before Saturday and Sunday? Remember, TikTok, Carlos Todd 56. I have videos there too. I have everything there. You want to recheck my lives, my previous lives, you can go there too. Some of them is going to be in Portuguese, so good luck with that, okay? Thank you, Apple Tree. I appreciate your participation, all right? Well, I don't know English name, but we say Nevsirmi generally. Children were taken from non-Muslims families. Well, that's a conversation, right? Colonialism, Mars. Look, my apologies for all the colonialist people and nations. But this is how we are. This is what we are. This is where we are. Let's do the best of it. Great. Thank you for everybody. See you next time. Bye. And remember, I'm not the Democrat and absolutely not Republican. I'm not from the left and absolutely not from the right. Got it? Take care. Thank you.